Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. What is an average guy to do in this game, guys? What is an average guy to do? Like this guy, Wild Check from the Burks clan. Shout out to you guys, the Burks clan. Do you guys wear those funny shoes that are shaped like feet? That would be Burks with a U, I think. This is Burks with an E. So... maybe they do wear the funny shoes. We'll never know. But this guy is in his Type 57. We're just going to feature some just guys trying their best today. Just trying their best. Sometimes things work. Sometimes things don't. See how the battle develops. And two enemies were spotted heading to the hill, and two enemies are on the hill. So there's at least four going that way, and his two little tanks went up the hill, and the chickens with their heads cut off are fighting on the hill. He hasn't even got there yet, and I think one of his teammates is going to say goodbye, or perhaps one of the enemies is going to say goodbye. Don't say it. Don't say it. You can say anything, but don't say goodbye tonight. And now he's up here, along with a Progetto 66. And another... oh, they've got unlimited firepower up here, guys. Unlimited firepower. They got the Progettos. Rock and roll. And what's the other guy's name? Snatcher. Rock and roll and Snatcher. Oh, this is going to be good. They pull out sideways so they can shoot you. Which was not... oh.
Anyone smell that?
I don't know if that was a good idea, guys. He wanted to get the high ground here, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was, what did he give up there? 750 HP? Approximately? That's gonna hurt in the morning, so we'll see if that was worth it. Was it worth it? Was it worth it or was it not worth it? I don't think it was worth it. I think he could have got up here a little bit more eloquently, and perhaps done it without taking the damage. Once these guys retreat, see now, you see that? Look at this. His teammates here now, those guys have backed up. He could have got up here just a little bit later and had all his HP. And it's not like he's done any damage since he got up here, so a little bit too... But then on the other hand, guys, there's always, you know, like pancakes. Flip. On the other hand, it's possible that when he went up the hill, he took the hits. And while the enemies were reloading, his teammates used that opportunity to move into position. So, there's that. You know, maybe it helped his team, but it certainly did not help him. Maybe it helped his team get in those positions. And now on AMX, you know, the AMX wants to die, the 5100. He's using his armor. And this guy now is pumping some shots. So he's doing good. Yeah, keep shooting. Yes, take out the autoloader. Now his high ground position is coming in handy. He's done 1,000 damage. Remember, he lost about 750. Is it worth it? It's not worth it. But maybe now it's worth it. Now he's traded, right? He's got 1449 damage, and he lost about 750. It's starting to maybe be worth it now, but would he have done this damage if he didn't come up here? Probably not. So I'm starting to think, yeah. Now it's starting to pay off. It's like investments. You know, you first buy the investment and the money just sitting there. And, I don't know. It might have been better. You might have been more enjoyable to go buy that big screen TV. But then as time goes by, the power of compound interest. Then you can buy two big screen TVs. Eventually. But you don't need two big screen TVs. So what you do is you only buy one. And you still have some left over and you leave it in your investments. And the power of compound interest keeps churning out the cash. You know, and so on and so forth. Then you become rich. Like me. I'm rich in ideas, guys. Rich in ideas. Rich in the love I share with you. There's many ways of being rich. As far as the cash part, well, it all depends how many of you sign up as patrons to help me keep the lights on. Help me buy a new mouse. Now, you know what happened to my mouse? I got mad because it was delaying clicking, so I hit it with, I punched my mouse. And now it's not a trackball. It's like a nice mouse. It's one of these mouses. Nice. But now listen. There's something in my mouse that doesn't work. And sometimes if I'm playing, like, it'll be fine, and then all of a sudden I'll be moving the mouse and nothing's happening for about like 5 seconds, and boop, it starts moving again, right? Because so, how much should a mouse cost? A mouse should cost like $5. Like, really, right? They're made in freaking China, right? Made in China. Fucking cheap piece of shit. Made in China I don't know who makes it. Who makes these mouses? Guys, what Death Adler? Nice mouse. When it was working, it was, I liked it. Made in China. Someone in China makes it for 25 cents, and then they sell it to you for 120 bucks. As an aside. Oh, he's not there. Oh, he's confused. Hey, wait a minute. While I was rattling my mouse, something went sideways in this game. They're losing. Their losing has nothing to do with my mouse. I'm going to use that mouse until it just stops, until my win rate plummets. I'm old school. I hate to throw things away or change things when they work. Like all my friends, basically, they're constantly spending money because their wives want to change things. And I don't understand. I don't understand why they agree, right? Because one guy is saying, well, we're redoing the kitchen cabinets. And I said, well, why? Are the plates and glasses falling out of them? Are they rotting? No. But they're white, and my wife wants to, she wants not oak. What's that other thing? Some sort of a red wood that's not oak. I don't know. A different kind. She wants a wood. It's palm. It's a pressed palm or something. Instead of painted white. Modern. The white ones are only, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years old, and now she wants pressed palm. I didn't know the pressed palm hold the plates better. They're going to be a different color. So I would feel bad ripping out the white ones because they work. What do? You rip them out, and then you get a big bin delivered on your driveway, and while they're doing their work, they rip them out and they throw them away. And then you put new ones in. And it's a hassle for like a month while they do it. And then when they're done, you put your dishes and your things back. They're still in the cupboard. There's no difference. It used to be white, now it's pressed palm. Then they're ripping out the hardwood in the kitchen. They got hardwood in the kitchen. They're ripping that out and they're putting in cork. Because if you drop a plate on cork, it'll still break. But apparently the chances are slightly less that it'll break on. Or when you walk on it, it's easier on the padding of your feet. And his wife does have fairly large feet. She's a little overweight, so anything that could release the stress when she's low, like she sounds kind of like a stomping rhino when she's walking around the house. And if they change the floor to cork, maybe it's a little bit spongier. But hey, I'd say, well, honey, just go on a diet. We'll keep the hardwood and try and lose some weight. But defeat. But he was the best player in the game. He did 4,430. I said it's just regular schmaltz playing today, guys. See? Another one of my friends, his wife wanted to change the chandelier on top of their, like in the dining room table, there's a chandelier. And so she had him change it and put a different chandelier in, because the one that was there that was black and had like 6 arms, and now they've got a brass one that has 8 arms or something. I mean, I changed the light bulbs to decrease my energy cost, but I didn't change the... He electrocuted himself trying to put it in, because he thought, oh, I don't have to go downstairs and turn off the power at the breaker switch. I'll just click the switch on the wall. Right? I click the switch on the wall, and there'll be no power, and all this is up to. And apparently, she flicked the switch. She just walked in and out of like click, click, turning the switch on when she was doing something out of just muscle memory. And he was up there. Ah! He's okay. It's just a little zap. But I just don't understand. Long story short, I just don't get changing something when it's functional. Right? You don't have to change it because it's functional. Why? Well, I wanted another color. This one looks better. I feel more comfortable with that one. I don't get that. Right? That's why I'm keeping the freaking mouse. But that's not the most ridiculous story. I have to tell you now. It'll only take a minute or two. The most absolutely ridiculous. Well, wait a minute. Let's see it here. 2, 3, and they don't even know he's here. Hi, caramba! The most ridiculous story ever. One of my friends has an older house, small house in an inner city neighborhood, and back of his house, he has sliding doors. He goes out and it had 4 steps to the backyard. That was a decent backyard and stuff. And his wife complained and said, 4 steps is too many. And he said, well, what do you mean? She said, it's too many, 4 steps. Whenever I want to go out there, I'm like carrying a drink, or I'm going to go outside, or I'm carrying something, 4 steps, I could fall. I don't want 4 steps. And so he didn't really understand what you mean. She says, well, I'm going to hire a professional. And she, while he was at work, hired a professional, and the professional showed up. And the professional said, well, let me think about your problem here of the 4 steps, and I will come up with a solution, and we could meet, and we can go over my plans. And so after about a week, he had a meeting with them, and he sat down with his wife, with this professional, and he explained how he could decrease their 4 steps to 3 steps by raising the level of the backyard about a foot. He did some calculations and some measurements, and he decided that there was, the way the grading of the land was and the neighbors, it was possible to raise the backyard a foot, which would enable him to have 3 steps, or 1 step onto a little bit of a patio area, and then 2. It was their choice. She was very excited about this, and she said, no, we don't need the patio. We don't want to be ridiculous and spend too much. I will just raise the backyard a foot. Meanwhile, my friend is just, of course, nodding and saying, yes, dear, that could work. That's a great idea. And so once she agreed that they had to raise the backyard level a foot, then he said, well, there's lots of options. We're going to obviously need quite a bit of fill material. And there's choices. You could get the regular standard fill, the regular dirt, or you could, there's the medium dirt, the kind of our silver package dirt, which is a little bit more sorted and better for planting. Or you could, or we have our premium mix. We could do it with the premium mix, which will enable amazing gardening and less compaction. And she agreed to get the most expensive dirt to fill in 1 foot of the backyard, and then since we're going to raise the backyard a foot, we might as well do some landscaping and have some new plants and perhaps some interlocking stones and some pathways and some cedar line plant holders. and some fencing for some climbing vines, and $42,000 later, he had 3 steps to when you went out his back sliding door to get to the lawn chair that they like to sit in. It was only 3 steps instead of 4. He's my fishing buddy, right? You go fishing all the time, and I'd go when we go fishing. I'd go to his place and have a coffee or something. We would sit in his backyard having a coffee and getting the stuff ready, and then we'd head out fishing. And I always ask him. So, you enjoying the backyard? The 3 steps is working out for you? And I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. This guy, right? The only thing he can say, if his wife isn't around, he goes, yeah, it's okay, right? If his wife is around, I say, oh, that's, I really like it. This is me now. I'll say, I really like it back here. Boy, you guys did a great job. The 3 steps are working out well for you guys? His wife she can hear his response, and he'll say, oh yeah, what an improvement. Boy, I don't know how we lived with the 4 steps. We should have done it right away. We should have done it a lot sooner. To which she will say, yeah, we should have done it sooner, but I mean, I had to nag you about it for years until we finally had it done. She's not happy she has the 3 steps. She's nagging him that it took so long. Yeah, of course it was better, but you didn't want to do it. It's only because I nagged you that now we have 3 steps. Otherwise, we'd still be dealing with 4. To which he has to say, yeah, honey, you're right. I'm glad that you convinced me of that. I promise not to drag my heels on the next bright-eyed decision you have involving my $42,000 in the bank that I wanted to leave in there to buy a car with. I'm glad I only have 3 steps now. Okay. And speaking of 3 steps, there you go. 1, 2, 3. If 3 is better than 4 with this tank, right? Everything's connected on this channel, guys. The stories lead into commentary, okay? This is a 4-shot auto loader. But it's a lot better if you can kill the guy in 3 shots, right? So you gotta admit, she's onto something. Maybe she should play World of Tanks. Right? What tank takes 3 shots? Are there tanks that take 3 shots? That's love me 3 times. That's what she should. But I kid you not, that's the most extreme story that I have, and I don't bug them about it, right? But every time I go there, we always end up sitting in the back because they're proud of the space they've created in the back now. So we'll just chat there for 5-10 minutes before we get going. And I always mention, so yeah, whoa, it's beautiful here. You guys did such a great job. And I always mention, you're enjoying the 3-step change? To which he always has to answer, and he has never, ever, once we leave and we go fishing and we're on our own, just the boys, right? The wife's not around. He will never say, fucking 3 steps instead of 4. Goddamn, 1 step cost me 42 grand. I had to raise the backyard 12 inches. He never says that. Never. He's like, the topic is not for discussion. Once we, it's kind of like we understand the situation. Mano a mano. What's going on here? Oh, the game's over. Well, that was a fast game. I didn't even see what happened there. Was it the game that was fast, or was it my story that went on for a long time? He did about the same as the other guy, but he won. So what do you want? Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. And it all started because of. It's not my fault, okay? I will have that mouse. I will be buried with this mouse in my cat. Well, let's not go that far. Maybe I'll get a new improved mouse before then, but I don't know. I'm counting on your support so that I can afford a new mouse. That's what I'm saying. Roundabout way of saying, hey, thanks all of you who signed up as Patreons to help support the channel. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.